Hi guys, this is Itumeleng Kune. I'm with KG Dato. Catch him on YouTube channel. We are football. Please, we are football channel. Sharp.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
We'll be there.
I have a vision for South African football. Imagine World Cup, semi-final, or even final. South Africa, we are winning 3-0. There's 10 minutes to go. Siyagibela bafethu. Ngapherisha. Ngapherisha bafethu. South African football has never been in better hands. South African football is safe for club, country, and youth of the youth. So if you don't know, the South African under-20 team, Amajimbos, they have won the AFCON 2025, an absolutely amazing achievement. And if you're looking at it, it comes from the top. The leadership from the top, the performances of Bafana themselves finishing third at the AFCON in the Big Boys tournament. They finished third, a much improved performance, narrowly knocked out by Nigeria on penalties. The under-17s, they went to their tournament themselves earlier this year, which I also covered on my channel. That's the Emil Witbooi team. If you can't really remember, and for those who are not familiar, Emil Witbooi plays for the under-17s, and they got knocked out in the quarterfinals of this tournament. Yes, they got knocked out, let's say, a little bit earlier in the competition, but they progressed out of the group stages, and they also qualified for the World Cup. They qualified for their own under-17 World Cup, which is taking place next year. So that's a good achievement by them. So Amajimbos have qualified for the under-17 World Cup, and the under-20s have now taken it a step further and brought home the trophy, the title, the gold. They secured first on the continent after not even qualifying for the past two, which is an incredible achievement. And they have also qualified for the World Cup, the under-20 World Cup taking place in Chile later on this year, which we'll keep a close eye on. So for me, football in South Africa is absolutely elite. On club level, we had Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates qualifying for the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League on this continent, and Mamelodi Sundowns will play Pyramids in the finals. And with all due respect to Pyramids, I do expect Mamelodi Sundowns to win the whole thing and become the CAF Champions League champions of Africa. That will be at club level if Mamelodi Sundowns secure that trophy for South Africa. Yes, rivalry aside, I do want the win for South African football. And you also had Stellenbosch, by the way, who also made it to the CAF Confederation Cup semi-finals, which is like the Europa League of African football. So everyone is doing well in South Africa, and that is absolutely amazing to see. And we just need Bafana to finally secure that qualification for the World Cup, which we haven't been in a while as well, in years, since 2010, where we only participated because we were hosts. Securing that for us for the World Cup next year would be amazing. And that's why I'm saying these performances, they are led from the top. Leadership comes from the top, then the young ones follow. If you keep up with football, Salah just did an interview. He said, he was asked by Gary Neville, what has Ancelot said to him that, reflected or showed him something bad? And he said in training, or well, not in training, but in the warm-up, he was doing the warm-up a little bit laid back. He was labored, he was not taking it seriously, and he was jogging, and this time he was first. There was preseason, most of the leadership was not even back yet, maybe the Van Dijks, so Salah was up front, and because he was doing the warm-up slowly, the intensity from everyone that followed, especially the youngsters, they did not take it seriously. They also did not put in enough running, enough effort, and he just said that is leadership, right? So if you are performing at your highest, if you are taking things seriously and you are delivering and showing consistent focus and determination, then the others follow. And that's exactly what I've seen from Coach Hugo Broos to the rest of our coaching staff in the PSL and in SAFA. That is what I've seen from the players and the performances of Bafana to now the under-20s Amajimbos, who've qualified for the World Cup and have won the under-20 tournament, and to the under-17s who've also qualified for their under-17 World Cup, and they finished in the quarterfinals of the AFCON. So to me, extremely impressive, and the South African football is in safe hands. But before we get started, can I please ask you to please subscribe? We've just hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribed. Please follow me on TikTok. On TikTok, we've just hit 17,000 followers. And on Facebook, we've just hit 30,000. So I appreciate you all who follow me on these different platforms. Still, for short-term content, please follow me. The links are in my channel bio. And yeah, let's get to 10,000. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed on YouTube. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. I really appreciate everyone that does. It will help us grow a little bit quicker and get the video out to more. Share it to the group chat, gents. To the girlies, the football group chat. Please share it to the group chat. If you think what I'm saying is good, if you agree with my football opinions, even if you don't agree, but you think, I can talk a little bit of football, then please subscribe. If not, if you think I'm trash, then fair play. But if you enjoy it, please remember to subscribe and follow. Turn on your notifications so that you can be notified whenever I drop. Now, let's get into the game. The game was absolutely amazing. I do think for sure Fletcher Smith Lowe, the South African keeper, had a tournament to savor. He had an assist in this final. He created the goal for the title-winning assist from his own penalty box. Fletcher, for me, I was even putting him up for player of the tournament. He had an absolutely amazing game in the final as well. He's kept multiple clean sheets, 4 clean sheets in 7 games. He has not conceded in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and in the final. Can you believe that? Well, it's not just him, but also plaudits should go out to the whole defense and the whole team because everyone is working hard. But as the keeper, as the number 1, we need that solid foundation to build from, and he gives us that. And not only did he make save after save after save, after 25 minutes, I was already calling it. I was saying he's man of the match because he's kept us in the game. And it's important to always have a clean sheet, because having a clean sheet, knowing that a keeper can really hold us when we need him most, gives us an opportunity to score when we get a chance. We score, even 1 may be enough because we have such a good defense and such a good keeper. So for me, Fletcher Lowe, what an amazing game. And we restricted Morocco to shots outside of the box most of the time. But there was some where it took a wicked deflection and it bounced just in front of him in the near post. He got to it, corner away. And there's some where they were cutting in and they were hitting it and he was palming it away. Great saves, made amazing saves. And he was absolutely great at catching, dominating his penalty box. He was literally punching when he has to punch or holding when he has to hold and saving us some time to take the pressure off. So the leadership from the back, absolutely amazing. Low. What a game, what a final, and what a tournament from you. And I love the fact that he's white. I'm assuming he's white. And we don't see a lot of white players in South Africa, not just in the under-17s or under-20s, even in Bafana, even in the PSL. We don't see a lot of that. So it's great to have that. I think it's good that he starts something so that the other kids of his kind can also come up, so that we can have a really, really great amount of people to choose from in football. And let's say we have had all these white players play who are actually talented, then who knows where we would be. Maybe we would have even been doing so much better as South African football. So yeah, I'm just celebrating our differences there. And I think he will be celebrated. We know we had Dean Furman, Mlungu for Bafana. But since then, I don't think we've had a lot. We've had Matthew Booth. Those are the ones that stick out. But yeah, to me, we need a little bit more, right? Just to give us that little bit of diversity. So celebrating our differences there. April on the right wing had a perfect game. He's the one with the tuck in, number 7. His work rate off the ball, absolutely amazing. Yes, the whole team worked hard. I also need to clap. Everyone ran their socks off. The fitness level of these kids are absolutely insane. I am so proud. You match them with physicality and you also match them with skill, actually beat them with skill. So April, I think, is a great example of working hard. He plays on the right wing, and there's a time we were defending a counter-attack. Again, Lowe makes an amazing save. The ball goes out next to our box on the right-hand side, and he gets it. He kills one player. He's getting chased by 2. He runs with it from our own half, from literally near the corner flag, and he goes all the way. He's looking for support. He's constantly looking up. He's pushing the ball with both his left and right foot. He's in control. He's constantly scanning, looking up for options. Jody Yashin is tightly marked by 2 in the box. He decides to go alone, which is an amazing decision. And after all of that running, the mental strength and focus to get that shot on target, and it was almost a goal, for me showed that he is an exceptional player and he listens and he's disciplined and he does all the right things. So I was extremely impressed. I just think in that moment, just remember to go low. Try to go low in the far post. It was more central to the keeper's height. I mean, you had enough power behind it, but most of the time the keeper will save it because it is directed straight at him. But in that moment, just go low to the corner opposite side of the goal. It's most likely going to be your goal. 70% of goals are scored because they're low onto the ground. So just needed that little bit of extra, but take nothing away from your performance, sir. You literally gave 110%. You did all the right thing. You pass it when you have to pass it. You know, you try take on your man. When you try take on your man, you get crosses into the box. It's not always accurate, but I see the vision. Well played. I also want to shout out Jody Ashin. He seems like a striker. He seems like a proper striker. We need this striker. No, Botlhoko. I think Botlhoko for under 17s, he also seems like a striker, but Jody Ashin just shows you he's ready to play at the top level. He's ready to play in the PSL or actually even go overseas. He works hard. I like the fact that he's selfish. There's a time where he's surrounded by two. Out of nowhere, it's a fake shot, turns, it's on his weaker foot, and at a very bad angle, but he still gets his shot away. It's on target. It's not going to trouble the keeper, but the mentality to say I'm getting my shot off, that is absolutely quality. You need that from your striker. He can hold up play. He's fast. He makes runs in behind, and he got a few goals this tournament as well. So congratulations to that tournament, Jody Ashin. I see you. I do think the sub to put Otata on wasn't the best. I just don't think he offered us enough defensively. We could see the 1-1 is coming. So Otata, I think you are also a natural striker. You know, I think you do your most damage in the box up front. But when it's tight like that, it's a final, it's only 1-0. I need you to be working harder going back. I need you to come back, be in our defensive line, almost sort of in the middle, and don't just wait really in the center. I feel like I could have gotten more defensively, especially when we were leading 1-0 and it's such a tight game, though. You can see the 1-1 is coming. So everyone needs to be working their socks off to defend. And shout out to Sibiya. I think I just want to touch on Sibiya with an excellent performance as well from left back. You could see the passion. He still had something in the tank to run. In the 90th minute, 92nd minute, when there's 4 minutes added, he literally runs the left wing from left back, keeps on running, beats his man, he gets pulled, his shirt gets pulled, it should be a card, and he was off, he was gone. He still had that energy, that focus, that drive, that determination, and you could see him celebrating the foul like he had just scored the winning goal. Love that passion, Sibiya. What a game. And obviously, man of the tournament went to Smith. Kylan Smith, man of the tournament, absolutely amazing game. He scored the winning header in the semi-final, the 1-0 win against Nigeria, and he was given man of the tournament. And you could see he's a very complete defender. He has the height, he headers, he challenges for every single ball. He wins his aerial duels. He doesn't throw himself into the ground for every single tackle. He's organized. He's in the right place at the right time. He makes loads of interceptions. He's leading, and he also has quality to pass the ball from the back. His long passes, his short passes, he has the composure. And I also think he has the leadership. So to me, well-deserved man of the tournament. You had a fabulous performance, and like I said, the whole defense kept clean sheet in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and in the final. Absolutely impressive. Vilagazi, I don't think he had the greatest of games. You could see where he comes from, playing in that number 10 role, that free role. He was still given that license and freedom to operate. I think I love the fact that he gets his balls away to the wingers early. He tries to find him very early. His diagonal, his shooting wasn't on point today, but it was a tough game. He was not, didn't get too much space in and around the box. I think also with his decision-making of getting balls out early, it's going to mean that sometimes you're going to put the wingers under pressure because they're going to be maybe difficult to control and maybe they don't have too much support because you're getting your passes away so early. I think sometimes you just need to relax, wait for them to be in the right spot at the right time so that so that they actually get to the ball, right? So it doesn't run up for a throw or for a corner. Sometimes just take a little bit of a break, relax, wait for them to get into space, to be open, to be free, keep it, play 1-2s in the middle. Don't just always run. So yeah, with that being said, I do think it was a complete performance by the Amajita. Kekana with the winning goal. It was a smashing goal. The ball from the keeper to get it away. Itumile Nkune type of distribution. But the control was amazing. His first touch was good. And then he made a little bit of a misstep, but that didn't deter him. He still gets it. He was onside. Initially, the linesman said off, but VAR overturned it, and you always knew it was going to be a goal. So to make that run from deep midfield, to see that opportunity on the counter, he was the only one. He ran, he got control, miscontrolled it, but that didn't stop him. He reacted quickly, founded on his right foot, put it on his right foot, and then just hit it with good power and good accuracy. What a brilliant goal to have as the winning goal, as the title winning goal. Absolutely amazing. What a fantastic goal. Deserves to win the whole thing, and he's gonna have those memories for the rest of his life. The celebrations were out of this chart, and like I was saying, South African football is in good hands. These boys play football. I think now football is suited to us as a nation. We were always good very technically. We're good with short passes. We're good technically. We're good with our dribbling, close control. And I think our football and the coaching staff has shown that they are playing to our strengths. And once we sort everything out, like our physicality, I do think we have a balanced team. We know in Africa they try to dominate us physically, committing lots of fouls. You even saw it in the final, try to dominate us aerially, lots of crosses in the box because they're just bigger than us. But we were able to put the ball down and play, and we had a good balance between height, size, and skill. I want to shout out Raymond Mdaka, Coach Raymond Mdaka. You can see his philosophy of football was imparted in the players. We worked extremely hard. We could pass the ball. We had good control. I think at some points, especially in the first half, the boys were panicking because we were under so much pressure. Morocco getting shots away, keeper having to make multiple saves. That when we got it, we were also shooting from distance. We didn't have that patience, but we settled. I think the combination in midfield of Marco and Kekana was absolutely superb. They complement each other so well. I do think they both work hard defensively, but they both also technically skilled, so they can pass the ball to each other. They're always available to each other, and they're very close, which I liked. And obviously our captain on the left, Drapu, works hard. He also didn't have a fabulous game, but he did the right thing. So to me, I'm celebrating the whole team. I'm celebrating South African football. I do think now there's a vision that we can go and win AFCONs and go really show up at World Cups and get to quarterfinals and semifinals. We can do it because I think football is suited more to us now. It's more technical. As long as we invest in making sure our athletes are fit, invest in making sure that they get the best opportunities, the best facilities. We have the best coaches, the best scouters, the best technical teams, fitness coaches, and everything. Then we've always had football in our blood. And I was about to say that the vision I have is us going to AFCON, winning 3-0 in a final with 10 minutes left. Because then we show who we are and what we have. We can actually have everything that every other country in football has, but they don't have everything that we have, which is creativity on the ball. We literally have everything that every other country in football has in terms of ability, but they don't have what we have, and that's creativity on the ball. We can match the Brazilians when it comes to skill and flair and dribbling ability, but no one can gibela the ball and has gassy flavor like we do. And that's why we need to go to the big tournaments and show it on the world stage, but in the right way. I'm not against gassy flavor, but you can see that these boys, under 17s and under 20s, they don't show that much. Even in the national team, yes, we have Tito, but we're not seeing that dribbling out of nowhere for no reason, right? We're not seeing it. We just need to do the right things so that we have the opportunity and freedom to express ourselves at the right time. And I do think we're going to get to that moment. So with that being said, that is my full cover up of the under 20 South Africa versus Morocco AFCON under 20 final. South Africa are champions. We win 1-0 thanks to a goal by Kekana, an assist from Lowe, who was keeper of the tournament. Player of the tournament went to Tylon Smith, like I said. But with that being said, that was an amazing, amazing performance from the boys, an amazing campaign from Amajita. So proud of you. And you've taken football of our country and put it on another level. So all the best to the boys at the World Cup. Under 17s, under 20s, and Bafana Bafana is soon to qualify. As long as we sort out our little bit of a suspension issue of the Mokwena, we win the rest of our games, we will still qualify even if they take 3 points away from us. So football in South Africa is in safe hands. Mamelodi Sundowns representing us against Egypt in a CAF final against Pyramids, and I expect them to win. So congratulations to the under-20s. What a performance. So proud of you, and all the best for your World Cup campaign later on this year in Chile, and I'll be sure to cover it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Remember, please subscribe, share. If you like what I say, share it to the group chat. Share it to the football group chat. Like, comment. I read your comments. If you watch the game and you have something to say, or if I missed something, please help me. I just also feel so sad for those that didn't make it to the squad selection, but you can tell that we have a good amount of quality to choose from, which is very good. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok, Facebook. Links are in my bio. We've hit 30,000 on Facebook and 17,000 on TikTok. So I really appreciate you all. Yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, this is I'm with KG Dato. Catch him on YouTube channel. We are football. Please, we are football channel. Shout.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
Who will be there? Do you care though? Who will be there?